Hey guys, so before we start episode 44 here, I do just want to say I guess, apologize for taking a week off and not letting our fans know why. I've been dealing with some mental health problems. I have depression. It did get to a point where last Tuesday I needed my mother to bring me to ER and finally get diagnosed. I finally now have a doctor slash psychiatrist that's going to prescribe me medication. And that's why I was out. I was not doing well at all. But I'm feeling 2 weeks later, or 2 weeks pretty soon. I'm feeling a lot better now. I'm glad to be back doing this. This was a fun hour that you're gonna see coming up. Obviously, with me saying that, we just finished the podcast. But thank you all for being there with me. Thank you all for showing the support for the podcast. I really appreciate it. Mental health is no joke. We talk about Robin Lehner in this episode, and I do want to say that thanks to him, I was able to kind of come out and preach to people who needed it to get some help. And me, after 10 years of having it and not reaching out to help and now getting help, is everything. So if you're hearing this or watching this and you have mental health problems, you're not getting help, go and get help. There's help out there. There's people that's going to help you out. I know therapy right now is kind of hard to come by, but there's friends, there's family, and there's doctors out there to help you out. There's medication too, so go get the help you need, and come out and say what's going on. Don't hold it back like I've been holding it back for the 10 years. So with that said, thank you all yet again, and let's start episode 44. Let's do this.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Post to Post podcast. This week's episode is episode 44. With me, as always, my co-host, Matt Small. We're recording today, Friday, October 8th. Feels weird saying it's October. The NHL season is beginning on Tuesday, October 12th, with Pittsburgh versus the Tampa Bay Lightning at 7:30 and Seattle versus Vegas at 10 o'clock. Excited for these games, bud?
Oh yeah. Like a big Pittsburgh fan. Tampa Bay, Champa Bay. I think we're gonna get a good little game going.
Who do you have winning that one?
I don't know. We're just watching. We're just watching the highlights for the Florida Panthers. Lightning. I don't know if Florida is just like coming out the gate, fucking ready to go. But
Tampa was 2-4 so far in the preseason.
I'm gonna be the Pitt guy I am and take Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'll take Tampa. And then at night, 10 o'clock, we got Seattle and Vegas. Who you taking? I'll take whoever you don't take.
I know who you're gonna take. So
I'll take it whoever you don't take.
So just for you, I'm gonna take the Kraken.
You taking the Kraken? Okay.
Because I know where
Cool.
you were going. If I took Vegas, you would take Vegas.
No, I just said I was going to take whoever you don't take.
Okay.
So I got Tampa and Vegas. I'm a little fanboy over here. So let's see. Those will be some good games to watch, though. The preseason's been really fun to watch. One interesting little thing I texted you about early on. So we're doing 2 weeks worth of episodes here. But Florida and Nashville have a double header every year in the preseason. I never noticed this. They split their squads up and play two games in one day ever since 2011. I thought that was pretty cool.
You brought that up to me through DM like last week or something like that. And at first, I had to double read what you said because I'm like, what? And then I looked it up. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah, I'd never seen a doubleheader before.
Hockey doublehead is weird.
And the reason they do it like this is they obviously split their squad up, so half the team plays at 4 and the other half plays at 8.
It's not really the exact team playing. It's just like this group of rookies and maybe this group of veterans,
Exactly. But I thought it was really cool that they do something like that. Like, that's interesting. It shakes things up a bit. I am going to skip ahead a little too. The teams are really switching it up a lot with the arenas that they're playing in here. Yeah. The Coyotes played in El Paso, Texas 1 week. The Kraken are playing at the Spokane Chiefs Arena. And the Kings actually played a game at the Utah Jazz Arena, which is a basketball team. So I thought it was really cool to see them trying to spread the game like that.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We noticed the Spokane Chiefs again earlier today, and we were watching a highlight. And I think this is a great way for the NHL to keep spreading. Spreading now with the 32nd team this season with Seattle Kraken. But this is a good way to spread to cities that don't have a professional hockey team, or they have maybe the AHL, the OHL teams, those small cities. And this is a good way to be like, hey, here's a piece of the big pie, the NHL here, and get a bigger fan base. And
yeah, especially something cool to reward fans that are in like Spokane area. Like, I don't know how far that is from Seattle, but like, let's say it's not that close, and now there's an NHL preseason game at the Spokane Chiefs arena. I've been supporting the Spokane Chiefs for 10 years, right? And now I get to see an NHL game here. That's pretty cool.
That's awesome. I'm sure after last year too, with COVID and everything, this might be a more of a go-to to maybe ramp up ticket sales and maybe get the money they missed out on.
Yeah, the NHL's really looking for nice endorsements here. We got David Pastrnak brand pasta from Stop and Shop. Hilarious. I grabbed myself a box. I thought it was a nice little prop to buy. Pretty cool.
Does it taste like pasta?
I don't know how to answer this.
I know, like the sweaty gear and we might have to move topics.
It's you don't want to do it al dente though. You might get a chipped tooth like Pastrnak has, But
all the Dunkin' Donuts he drinks.
Yeah, no shit. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in the NHL. A lot of injuries we're noticing this year too. Ryan Reeves looked like he's going to be day to day now. They were playing against the Devils Rangers, so it's weird to see Reeves in a Rangers uniform, right?
Right.
Subban skates into the corner with him, gets his left leg behind Ryan Reeves' right leg. It almost looked like a slew foot, but it was definitely entirely unintentional. Mm-hmm. His leg just bent in the worst way. It was terrible to see. I believe it was the coach that said that he's fine, basically. He really lucked out and isn't going to be missing much time.
Right.
Subban actually stayed by him to make sure he was okay. But then Chris Kreider on the Rangers had words with him immediately after. And then, so this is kind of long-winded here.
That's usual, though.
Yeah, right. But start of the second period, Subban wouldn't drop the gloves with Kreider when he goes after him on the opening faceoff.
Yeah, right.
Kreider got a 10-minute misconduct, and Subban must have said something to him in front of the refs because he got a 2-minute unsportsmanlike on top of that.
Oh, shit.
And then Subban initiated with him at the start of the third period. It was a pretty lame fight. They both kind of just hugged it out and fell to the ground. But it was just a weird turn of events because Reeves looked really hurt the way that his leg bent.
Yeah.
But Subban was super apologetic, it wasn't intentional.
Right.
I think Kreider might have saw the replay and was like, "Why did you kick your left leg out like that?" kind of thing. But I don't know. It was just all weird all around.
Hockey is just weird in general too. You see, it probably full unintentional, But
then the weird part is Subban doesn't fight him at the second, but then goes after him in the third on the opening faceoff. I don't understand.
There's probably, I guarantee you, non-mic'd up. There's probably a fuck ton of bickering going on with Chris Kreider. Probably PK got to the breaking point and were just shut the fuck up. This wasn't intentional. I didn't mean to do this. And I'm sure it went up. But one thing I loved about PK Subban on this is it happened and PK just saw him try to help him out a little bit, and right away was screaming at the rest to blow the whistle. So
Jersey had the puck when he asked him to blow it. And he had the puck.
Yep. So it was just I love that. That was very sportsmanship of PK Subban.
Yeah, and then he gets an unsportsman. And then he gets an unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, exactly. So
that's pretty funny.
I don't know. I get Kreider is just he might be that guy to be just try to stick up for your teammate. But
he's the assistant captain.
There's a time and place,
I was fine with all of it, but it was just weird to watch unfold. I don't know, seeing someone turn down a fight and then instigate one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but moving on here, Battle of Florida preseason game was a mess too. These two teams fucking hate each other. Sam Bennett
fights in one game.
Did you see Sam Bennett run Vasilevsky?
Oh my god!
Just seemed like there was no reason for it. Just because he wanted to, he did it. So he runs him. Corey Perry drops the gloves with Owen Tippett, and then later on, Kachuk, I think that's how you say it, and Sam Bennett fight early in the third. Also, there's a line brawl shortly after. So I think Sam Bennett had to fight twice, and there's so many penalties with all this. Noel Acciari actually hurt himself. He has a pectoral injury now in the scrum. He went to pull a Lightning player off the pile and pulled his muscle, and then Maroon kind of jumped him. But you could see Acciari was hurt before Maroon even got to him, so it was weird. But Joel Quenneville actually said it's not good and it's going to be a while with this pec injury. And then to top it all off, icing on the cake, Owen Tippett, after fighting with Corey Perry, scores 2 goals and he has 2 fights through the game. Yeah. So it's pretty nuts to see. These two teams are going to be awesome to watch.
the preseason just in general is insane. It was like last year for some reason it was like lions trapped in a cage, and now like they're just set loose.
Yeah,
and that's
absolutely.
what we're seeing. And this just been. I don't know if it's just this week or the week before, but I feel like there was a lot of injuries going on this week for a preseason game.
Yeah. I was talking to my barber, too. He's a big NBA guy, and he says that they don't start until November, but their schedule is super compact and crammed, and in their preseason, they're already seeing players getting injured. And I think that's part of it, like how short this offseason is. Like, they don't have enough time to heal up.
Right.
And then on top of that, like, they're all, like, probably pissed off. They're like, Jesus Christ, I just stopped playing hockey. Now I have to get right back into it.
Right, exactly.
So, weird to see.
And how many players play, especially in the playoffs, thinking about that with Tampa Bay Lightning. And I'm thinking about that with the Boston Bruins back in 2011, where you heard, what was it, Zdeno Chara? Was it Chara that year? Playing with, like, a broken jaw, and then, like, you had people just literally playing with, like, broken bones. And they had that the whole offseason to do surgery, rest up, but... It's just
you see that this year with guys like there was rumor that Carey Price wasn't going to be able to start the season because of injuries, that because of how late their postseason went, they weren't going to make it back in time for the season.
Right.
And now, like, thankfully he is, but there are other players that are like having surgeries done and they're just basically missing a shit ton of time,
Right. So it was nice for us as fans to know that hockey's back, but for these players,
it's a grind, man.
What do we have, like? I think we did 5 episodes of oh shit, what do we do without hockey? And now we're just back. You know?
Banging it out.
So
and then one other injury that I had here was Zach Kassian versus Zach McEwen in the Oilers-Canucks game. This was a good fight. 2 big boys letting them chuck, but McEwen actually brought Kassian down to the ground. The helmet kind of fell off on the way down, and Kassian whacked his head pretty hard on the ice. He seems okay. He's in good spirits, and he should be day-to-day is what I'm guessing. Which is really good to see because the coach was saying that he seems like all there mentally, with the concussion and everything.
Good.
But I think that he'll be more day-to-day than anything else.
Yeah, it's rough to see, but it's I mean...
That guy's a fucking bruiser, man. That guy can chuck him.
It's tough to see, but, like, it happens, You're fighting, you're on ice. Like, you have, like, this 250-pound guy just throwing fucking rights at you.
And both guys know. Like, they don't want to be that guy. They don't want to end up like that guy. Right. But on the other end of it, they know when to stop. Like, McEwen wasn't on top of him driving him into the ice,
No.
He pulled off and called for the medical assistance,
It's kind of funny in a hockey sense, these fighters, these players that, like, the blood's boiling, you're ready to fight and just take that punch, but, like, in an instant, they all that, like, drama just goes away because Zach Kassian hit the ice, and in an instant, McEwen's, like, pointing at the bench, be like, you need someone over here to help this guy out. So, I feel like in a normal fight, like if it was just us, and God forbid I fucking threw you on the ice, I think the tension with me would be so fucking just like through the roof that I wouldn't think to be like, hey, get someone over here. I'd be too fucking hyped and like skating around the ice, But these guys, they've been doing it for so long to the point, now they're in the professionals that even though they're training blows left and right, they're able to still be professional and realize when someone's, actually hurt,
Yep, for sure. The mentality it takes, too, is kind of insane. Like, these guys have trouble sleeping because they're, like, so amped up and, like, worried about what's going to happen later on kind of thing.
Right. Like, I don't know, I was watching a documentary on, I think it was the Penguins, but they're in the playoffs, and one of the players couldn't sleep the night before because the coach was like, hey, this next game you're going to be fighting this player. And so, like, that's all I could think about all night was just that one fight and couldn't sleep. So that the anxiety is through the roof with these guys as well.
That's nuts. Moving on here, too, a little snippet on the Oilers because we were there with Zach Kassian and the McEwen fight. Edmonton Oilers created a statue of their locker room friend Joey, who passed away earlier last season. We talked about him. You remember him?
I don't.
I think he was like a younger special needs kid that had. I think he wore like glasses.
Right.
And he always gave him fist bumps on the way out. So they have like a nice statue of him right outside the locker room now, so they still get to give him fist bumps.
Oh,
it's pretty
that's
cool.
Awesome.
Really cool
awesome.
to see.
Love that.
Moving on to the St. Louis Blues too. They won their preseason game. Jordan Binnington was not playing. I believe they probably had, one of their minor league guys and the backup on the bench. Those two guys dressed basically. So they get the win, and Binnington is actually in the locker room during the third period getting dressed in players gear, and he comes out and meets his team and gives them all handshakes and high fives with a fake name on the back. I think it was Stevens, maybe.
Stevens, 27
So
Stevens
funny.
or something like that.
And he comes out and he's giving them all handshakes, high fives. Hilarious, just like dressed in player gear.
You sent that to me, and I was like, "Who the hell is Stevens?" And I was like, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Good for him. Kind of shows. I fucking hate Bennington to begin with, but like it gave him like a good sense of light to come out there and give like a good handshake to all the rookies out there for a good game. Good
I thought it was pretty
game.
cool. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Quick thing on the Blackhawks too. A lot of this stuff is just quick up and down. You know, quick change. Minute and a half shift, get off the ice. Jonathan Toews returns to the Blackhawks. 3 games played in the preseason, 4 assists, even on the plus minus. It's good to see him back. I mean, he's getting his feet wet. He's getting into it more. His first game back, Matt, I think you texted me about it to ask, or I texted you that he was back.
You texted me that I was back, and I felt like a complete asshole, and I don't know if there's just so much going on, but you sent me something about Jonathan Toews' first game back, and I was like, oh my God, that's right. He's been out all last season. So I'm
preseason.
glad. I'm so glad Jonathan Toews is back. I hope he, returns to normal form.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting there. Like, the first game, he was 0-0, -2. No goals, no assists, obviously. And now he's 3 games played with 4 assists. So he's getting there. He had 17 minutes the first game, too. So it'll be good to see him slot back in the lineup with these young guys, show them the ropes kind of thing,
Right.
Quick one here, too. Arizona Coyotes are the first team to fully relax their game day dress code. How do you feel about that?
I like it. I follow Kazimir Kaskasuo on YouTube, and he's playing for the Swedish Hockey League, and they don't have they're a professional league in Sweden, and they don't have a dress code at all. So he just goes in normal. I don't know what this is, to be honest. It's the NHL. Everyone really has a dress code. I understand like a team could do whatever the hell they want and be like, hey, dress like whatever. But there's so much going on with Arizona. Like, is this like a thing to help I don't get it. They don't have an arena yet. This is like their last season at that Gila Arena, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know if that's it. Maybe this is like the last season there that they're just like, all right, dude, just dress whatever. But that's even for away games, right? Too.
Yeah, I think it's more to build a fan base because there's so much coverage around the NHL. Like you were saying, Kazimir in the Swedish league, like. There's not as much media coverage on like pregame. This guy's showing up to the arena this time, blah blah, dressed like this.
Right.
But in the NBA, that's a huge focus. Is like or even the NFL. Like you see Cam Newton. I don't know if you've seen it, but Cam Newton would show up wearing like crazy shit. He looks like he's going to the fucking Kentucky Derby, just like to be a goofball. I guess like it's his fucking fashion sense, whatever. But it's a huge storyline because this is what these players are wearing, what they're doing, and now they don't have to be all buttoned up, suit and tie, and they can express themselves more. And I think it's a way to grow a fan base to be like, oh, cool, the Arizona Coyotes guy wears, I don't fucking know what the kids like these days, but like wears like strictly Adidas clothes, and I like Adidas, so like that's my player now. Like, you know what I mean?
I like
they can get more of a bond.
I like
but
where your mind's at. Yep.
I personally like the suit and tie look. Like I think maybe it shouldn't be like a dress code, but it would be cool to see like maybe on like, I don't know, every third game that they have to dress up, like they'll show up nice. But it probably is nice for the players too to be like, all right, cool. I don't have to get in a fucking suit and tie. I can show up to the arena in my like tracksuit, whatever I feel comfortable in, and be prepared for the game how I want to be prepared for the game.
Maybe it helps out with social media coverage too. Remember last year, the outdoor games. Yeah, like
the Bruins showing up. Yeah.
Pasternak dressing up in all the whole '90s gear and everything too.
And think about how big of a pop that was. Everybody fucking loved it.
Everybody loved it. We were talking
if there's
about
like
it on the
no
podcast.
dress code, like maybe the team will get together and be like, hey, we're gonna do this one day or that one day.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be anything as flashy and wild as that. But
no, but yeah, it's interesting.
And something else to chime in on the Yotes too. You said they have a lot going on. They brought the Kachina back. Those things look fucking awesome on the ice.
I love those. Those are so sick.
So like Arizona's becoming one of the more talked about teams in the league now with all this stuff.
Right. Yeah, I love the Kachina jerseys. I mean, both jerseys. I feel like I like the away jersey a lot more.
The white looked really nice.
The white looked really nice. I'm definitely want to get one of those. I've been a big Kachina logo fan anyway, and we talked about this last episode where Arizona is going through like a whole kind of would you say rebuild or rebrand phase?
More of a rebrand than a rebuild. Like the team's not being rebuilt.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what I meant. Yep. But yeah, this is so sick, and I don't know. I don't know what this the team's thinking about for relaxing the dress code. But I think you kind of nailed it on the head.
I think that's really like the only benefit I can think of for it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I liked it. I like where you were compared to what I was. But yeah. So. Oh yeah. Okay. I see why you waited.
I need a beer.
I see why you waited. So we got Robin Lehner. A lot more Robin Lehner talk this week. Last week, bunch of stuff going on with him. We're actually right before this episode. We're on his Twitter. And I'm never really on Twitter, and I knew we were going to talk about it. So I'm like, let's look at his Twitter. And October 1st,
he went on the fucking warpath.
He went on. Well, October 1st was like the beginning of the warpath, and then like if you go on October 2nd, there's like fucking 15 tweets of him just letting loose. I think the last tweet he had on October 1st was something along the lines of. Be ready NHLPA or something like that. And then, October 2nd, you could just keep scrolling, and it's insane, man. He's just like, I like what he said about Jack Eichel, where he's just like, I'm here for you, buddy. Like, I understand your situation. I like Robin Lehner's ideal, where he says, I'm not just doing this for me, I'm doing it for the younger generation coming up. Like, change needs to happen with, like, the, like, prescribed drugs and everything that's affecting these players, that's affected Robin Lehner, like really affected Robin Lehner and like his family, his wife, and he's like, I don't want anyone to go through what I did, so he's looking for a better change. I did like NHLPA coming out and like pretty much saying like we like Robin Lehner to express his opinions, and we're all. Did they say they're all for it or something like that?
No. So basically, he threatened them. So here's I'm gonna do a quick recap because I got 3 screenshots here. So it says his first one says, for every day that goes by and this shit keeps going, I'll be releasing a story and proof for myself, ex-players, and current players on what's going on. Truth tweets start tomorrow unless things don't get fixed. Have fun. And he tagged the NHLPA and NHL, and they didn't do anything. So the next day he tweets out, is it common for workplaces to give out benzodiazepines or whatever, I don't know, to employees when they travel and Ambien? Should that not be done by doctors or psychiatrists? Asking for a friend. This doesn't happen in Vegas, to be clear, but I know many other teams I have also been on and many other teams that do. His next tweet says, Philadelphia Flyers, dinosaur coach treating people like robots, not human. Fire these dinosaurs. Fire Vigneault. First story. I got proof. Try to shake your way out of this one, ... And he's talking about Alain Vigneault, the coach of the Flyers. Mm-hmm. And he said to them, he's like, it's not going to stop until I hear from you.
Right.
And the tweets basically stopped right away because the NHLPA is like, oh, he's not fucking around. Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of fucked that they waited for him to do all this, to be like, oh, yeah, we support Robin Lehner now that we've talked to him and calmed him down and got him to stop putting all these stories out there.
Right.
Like, I don't know. But I hope that it's a good thing in the sense that the NHLPA is going to work with him now and, resolve all these issues. Like you did the piece on Toradol. You see the piece on the Chicago Blackhawks player that I believe it was rape allegations against the trainer too. Trainer, these things going on in the league that need to be cleaned up, and some things are just swept under the rug, and it's just like wrong, And
if you don't complain, it's
like, all right. And Robin Lehner has become the voice. Like he should honestly be like, I don't know what the term would be, but like the shop steward for a union is like the guy that runs it. He should be like the guy for the NHLPA for the current players, Right. But I mean,
which would be a good position for him when he retires. Yep.
And he has such a big focus on mental health. I probably would see him more on the players' assistance program side of it, which we're going to get into next.
Right.
But I think absolutely that's like what Robin Lehner's goal should be. And it's kind of like a weird line that I walk, but like it's kind of weird that he's doing this. Like, don't you think? Like, it's great that he's doing it, but it's like he kind of seems like an asshole for doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be a guy that's the bad guy when it comes to outing all the bad guys. You know what I mean?
Here's the problem, though. Like, you got to be an asshole.
You have to, yeah. Yep.
Like, we're sitting here saying, like, oh, it's kind of an asshole move. But at the same time, it's that asshole move that's actually going to do change instead of sitting there with your mouth closed.
100%.
Yep. So, all for Robin Lehner with this. And he made, I think it was the NHL or him. No, it was him. He's like, yeah, I pushed a few buttons, the whole Elaine Vigneault thing, but you got to push buttons to make some progress. You got to really, that's what I'm looking for, start a fire, start mixing things up, and I hope it's for the better. One of the first things I thought of with this whole thing, what you just said, was the whole Toradol thing. We had a big thing on that. One of our like midway through our when we started the podcast with the Anaheim Ducks and was it Kessler, right?
Yep.
And what he's gone through, and you go through that, and there's guys for that Toradol, they're just in line, not being told what the hell it is, just in line every day taking it, and again, that goes against like the NHL, and I'm glad someone is stepping up right now, which is Robin Lehner, and saying shit needs to change. And I love the fact that it's not just for him. What he's saying is, I've gone through this. I don't want anyone else going through what I did, and I'm here to say this shit needs to stop.
And the cool part of it too, you mentioned Jack Eichel earlier. He's saying like, I'm supporting Jack Eichel and his, like, basically it's the same argument. I mean, not to get political, as like the abortion case is like my body, my choice, and like Buffalo isn't giving Jack Eichel the choice of what to do with his back problem.
Right.
And I think he tweeted out a picture of his own ankle, Robin Lehner, and he didn't say where he was at the time, but it had to be fucking Buffalo. Like, it's the same situation, and it comes up the same time he's talking about Jack Eichel, and he talks about getting given these pills to get by for a certain amount of time. He comes back, the fans hate him. It all just ties in. It's got to be Buffalo.
It's got to be Buffalo.
That's just me putting the pieces together personally, but I mean, it could be a different team, but I mean,
it's Buffalo.
Yeah.
But so big. I've been a big Robin Lehner guy ever since. And again, I think I talked about stat wise too. Just a guy that's like breaking the rules here and changing shit.
He was kind of like Scott Darling too. When you say stat wise, like he came up from nothing really, and made himself one of the best in the league. So
Robin Lehner was like okay at best, and now I don't know. I guess the ankle issue and everything, but I don't know if he just grew into himself, maybe matured, but he's a guy in Vegas that pushed Marc-Andre Fleury, the Vezina candidate, the Hockey Hall of Fame guy, who's like, hey, I'm taking over as a starting spot.
That's nice. I like that.
Yep.
Pushed him out.
Pushed him. Yeah, I would say. I wouldn't say.
I like you saying that. That's bold.
I meant like pushing out, not out of the team. I meant pushing out of the starting spot and be like, hey, I didn't mean out of the team.
No, either way, I like it. That's cool.
Okay, cool. Okay, so let's move on from Robin Lehner. Here. So Robin Lehner again, huge guy. I'm not even saying one of the guys. The guy that was pushing for mental health awareness in this league. And to add to mental health awareness, we have Carey Price, who didn't come out, but his wife did come out. And I do want to read what she said on Instagram.
But for the most part, while you pull that up, it's basically just he's out on the NHL Players Assistance Program, and there's no timeline for his return right now.
Right. So his wife, his wife, Angela Price, she goes, part of the privilege of being in the position our family is in is that we also get a public platform to show how there is and can be a path to light for anyone who is struggling. No matter what is on the line, we hope we can communicate the importance of putting your mental health first, not just by saying it, but by showing up and doing the work to get better. Carey's showing up for himself and our family and making the absolute best decision possible for us. I will continue to show up for him and our kids and seek out the support I may need at any given day. And it's incredibly important to us to show our kids that asking for help and letting yourself be supported by others is not just okay, but encouraged anytime and under any circumstance. And I think she nailed it on the head. I think she said it in a way where it's like, this is what Carey's going through, but also not a lot of information to say what exactly he's going through. But as a guy who has been dealing with mental health problems himself, I'm glad Carey Price is recognizing this and taking the time he needs. I can only imagine the pressure Carey Price is in. He has been the number one guy since entering the league for the Montreal Canadiens that has been giving him shit since the beginning. Which
is probably the biggest market in hockey.
Huge market. I mean, Montreal Canadian fans are just unbelievable, man. If you don't play well, man, they're just gonna shit all over you. Carey Price is like he was drafted and put into this league to be like a god, to be like the best goalie next to like Patrick Waugh, and he's had those up and down seasons where you got the Montreal Canadiens fans being like, "Oh, we gotta trade him, we gotta this," like just kind of bashing on him, and it's a lot. I can't imagine for a goalie to get that kind of spite from, but I'm glad Carey Price is, getting the help he needs. I don't know what he said. I saw an interview with Marc Bergevin, and again, he talked with Carey Price, and I don't think there's a time right now for him to come back, but he did get emotional in the conversation with what Price is going through. So best of luck to Carey Price, and I hope he takes all the time he needs to, get better. I was trying to figure out what the Canadians are going to do. They have Jake Allen and Caden Primo. So Jake Allen's been a solid goaltender, even back in the St. Louis Blues days. So I think Canadians are going to be pretty good without Carey Price for a while. But Carey Price is definitely going to be that guy.
I don't want to pull it up now. Did you put them in the playoffs or out? Because they are fucking out without Carey Price is what I think. I think Jake Allen did do really well for them last season. He was arguably, the starter over Carey Price about halfway through the season before the goaltending change. I mean, the goaltending coach change. But Jake Allen isn't going to fucking carry the ship. You know what I mean? Like, they probably won't make the playoffs at this rate. I mean, we'll see, but
Carey Price and the team played the best they've ever played.
The hardest part about all this, season. Too, is when the Seattle Kraken expansion draft came out, they were like, oh, Price might not be here for the start of the season. So it was like, whoa, number one, what if Seattle takes him? And number two, he's not here for the start of the season regardless. It's like, whoa, this season's kind of going to suck.
Right.
And then you're like, yes, he's going to play. He's back. And now he's out again. It's like, oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
So, I don't know. I think it's going to be a tough season for the Montreal Canadiens this year.
Yeah.
And they're back into their normal division, so...
So who knows? I think I had him in, to be honest, but I don't. Who knows?
All right, moving on to something that's a little bit old news that you've probably seen around the internet. This is from about 2 weeks ago. So Andre Deniskin in the UHL made a racial gesture at another player, Jalen Smerik. At the time, nothing was being done about it. It was probably about 3 or 4 days before the UHL actually did anything. And Jalen Smerik, the player that had the racial gesture made at him, actually said, I'm not coming back to play until the league does something about this. So the UHL eventually suspended Andre Deniskin for 3 games, plus an additional 10 games. But he had the option to avoid sitting out the additional 10 games by paying a fine that was equal to $188 US dollars per game. He ended up paying that fine of $1,870 and only had to serve 3 games.
I'm not a fan of fucking this at all.
It should be a season, man.
It should be
no questions asked.
No questions asked. Be like just fucking suspended for the entire season, and then have to go through like a fucking retraining thing and be like, hey, listen, like this sports just in general and just like it's just fucking unacceptable. It shouldn't have happened.
It was like the most unsportsmanlike conduct thing I've probably ever seen.
Right.
Like it's pretty bad, man.
And I loved the fan base. I love the comments where they're all on board with what we're saying, and they're just like, this is just unacceptable. 10 games,
and I think he was the captain of the team too that did that. Like
10.
What?
Hold on, 3 games and then 10 additional, right?
But the fact that he could buy out of 10 games was absurd. For such a cheap amount of money. Like, don't get me wrong, the UHL players probably don't make a shit ton of money, but like $188 a game, like if I was playing in some shit ass bum league, like and actually making a decent money, like yeah, I would pay that. Like I could pay that now if I wanted to. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's absurd.
It's just disgusting.
It's a joke.
It shouldn't happen in hockey or just any sports in general. I didn't like this. The gesture was just absolutely fucking disgusting. I saw it when I first saw it. I didn't realize he was doing it to Jalen Smerik when you first. I think you sent me that first, and then they pointed over there. I'm like, no, that's fucking wrong. Like that's like leave the fucking game and like not even like again just the rest of the season just fucking out. Like just to like reevaluate what the fuck you're doing. Hockey is not the fucking place to do that shit. I hated this. We're asking
There's
ourselves.
no place for it either.
Yeah, that's right. There's no place for it whatsoever. I didn't like this at all. I hope more comes for this.
I don't think it will. I think the UHL wants to get past it and be done with it. Like, honestly, I think it would be. I don't want Jalen Smerrick to do this by any means, but like, if he were to be like, no, fuck you, like 3 games, dude, like I'm sitting out the rest of the season, and if he could get his team on board, which I guarantee you his entire locker room would be on board to sit out the entire season and say, fuck this league kind of thing, like, then they would realize and understand.
Right,
but,
exactly.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think this is the end of this story, you know?
Right.
Which kind of sucks.
It's going to be a dumb slap on the fucking wrist that says, don't do this again. And it's going to be a little slap on the wrist, and that's fucking it. It's not going to be anything too crazy, which is disgusting.
Yeah. But I do think that, like you said, the comment section lighting it up and saying, like, no one's on board with this, like, that goes to show that, like, I don't know, 5-10 years from now, this is done. Like, it's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
People aren't doing this.
Right,
you know?
exactly.
But in much better news, we do have NHL players back in the Olympic Games this year. Beijing 2022, it's just 4 months away now. 33 NHL players have been selected to play in the Olympics. Every country's allowed 3 players, and out of the 12 countries playing, only 1 will not have NHL players on this roster. And that's going to be China, just because they don't have any players to select in the NHL. The Tampa Bay Lightning is the only team in the NHL to have 5 players selected from their roster. No other team had more than 2. For the USA, here are the 3 players. I have USA, Canada, and Russia just because I thought that these 3 teams had the most like power to their players selected. USA has Austin Matthews, Seth Jones, and Patrick Kane. Canada has Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid, and Alex Pietrangelo. And Russia has Nikita Kucherov, Alex Ovechkin, and Andrei Vasilevsky.
Stacked.
That's insane, dude.
Stacked.
And so now, like, what's kind of cool to me is that, like, a whole roster of these Olympic athletes gets to play with just these 3 guys. Like, think about how cool of a spotlight that is for you.
That's
like,
awesome.
You must look at these guys like gods, like walking in the locker room, like, holy shit, I made it. I'm playing with fucking Sidney Crosby. I'm playing with fucking Alex Ovechkin. Like, that's fucking cool.
Right,
man.
that's awesome. I think that's a big fire under the asses of these guys to be like, oh my god, like I'm sure not even they're gonna learn from these guys too. It's just like it's gonna be cool to see. I don't know who the Olympic players are, but I'm pretty sure if you're like a fan of them or just if you know them, I'm sure from beginning of training to like when they come home, you're gonna see a massive difference in like how they play and how much they learn from these players. It's gonna be cool to see.
And 2 things I want to note too. I think it's awesome the way that they did it so that you can only have 3 NHL guys. So like
I love
Canada, US aren't stacked with a full NHL fucking roster against like no offense, but like random Olympic athletes, you know? And now it's like here's your like best 3 guys. It's wicked cool. Like, I'm like really gushing over it, but
I love this.
I want to see the second thing I want to say is I want to see a random Olympian be the captain of each team, not one of these guys. I don't want to see Connor McDavid captaining the Canadian team.
I'm sick of seeing the NHL in the Olympics.
They haven't been there in so long, so I am excited to see them there. But like, let's put the spotlight on this other guy and have Connor McDavid be boosting him because he's the captain.
Right, exactly.
That's gonna be so cool.
That's gonna be awesome. Yeah, it's gonna be cool to see. I can't wait for this. We're doing the notes on this. I was like, ooh, yes.
4 months, so that looks like early February we'll be watching this. This will be nice to watch.
Oh yeah.
And now we have a couple retirements. Actually, I think just one right now. Henrik Lundqvist will have his number 30 retired on January 28th this year at Madison Square Garden.
That's gonna be cool as shit.
Know what I was thinking too? He's taking the number 30 away from any Ranger goalie now, so there won't be a 30 on the Rangers anymore. That's kind of cool.
So Henrik Lundqvist definitely deserving of this. His number retired. He's gonna enter a cool fucking list for the New York Rangers. He's gonna join Ed Jockerman, Brian Leach, Rod Gilbert, Mark Messier, and Mike Richter to name a few. So he's part of a big elite that's going on with the Rangers, and here's Henrik Lundqvist now added to that. So congrats to Henrik Lundqvist with his number retired. Definitely deserving, man. He's been with the Rangers for fucking how long? He was the face of the New York Rangers for so long until he, well, I was going to say he played for Washington, but he didn't really play.
Yeah, he ended up playing a game.
But good for him. It's going to be cool as shit to see. I can't wait to watch that game.
So wait, was he a one franchise goalie then? I would assume, yeah,
right?
Yeah. I think
one
so.
Franchise,
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
And like I said, too, the number 30 is like the go-to number for goalies. I feel like number 1 and number 40
31,
like the
30,
next 2.
Yeah.
So I think it's like going to be interesting to see what these players pick now going forward. It's like, oh, shit.
Well, what's the goalies now have like weird
28 maybe? Georgiev and
Shesterkin. No, Sorokin is the Islanders.
I always get them mixed up,
It's
man.
Shesterkin and Georgiev's like 47 or some shit.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's weird.
And now we have another rebrand for a team like the Arizona Coyotes. The Seattle Kraken are rebranding this year. They're going to be the Seattle Shack. It's just going to be a big Shack head on the jersey instead now. Fucking hilarious, dude. Did you see him in the Seattle jersey?
I sent you that with my own caption. Yet you should be doing the captions because you're on a fucking roll with that.
That guy will whore himself out for anything, dude. Shaq does so many commercials. Shaq's on a goddamn General commercial. The General commercials suck. It's so funny. Did you see the one of him in the woods? You know the one I'm talking about?
No.
You probably haven't. I'll show you after the episode, dude. It's basically like Shaq's out in the woods and he's dressed like some like Sasquatch that like they abandoned basically, and they come out here and it's dude, I never remember his name. He's I think his name's Daryl in The Office. You know the black guy that works in the warehouse?
Yeah.
That actor comes out in the woods. He's like, "You were right, Shaq. The General is a really high quality insurance company. They just have really bad commercials."
Shaq is just all over the place.
So funny, dude. But he'll just fucking get paid for anything, dude.
Dude, so this is what I did. I sent you that Seattle Kraken post with Shaq in the jersey, and I tried being like you so hard. I sent it to you, and I said, "Shaq a Kraken ain't Shaq a lackin'." And I go, "Oh no, it's the best I got." And instantaneously, you go, the Seattle Shaqin'. I'm like, God damn, you're the guy to go to for this. I don't have that quick mentality you do. I think I overthink it.
I thought it was good though. The Seattle Shack, and imagine, dude, just a big Shack head.
Big Shack. You know, this the sharks with the big shark head, and they come out with the through the shark mouth.
There you go.
Put Shack and like
Seattle
his mouth
Shack
open,
and
and they
it's
just
just
go right
Shack, yeah.
through. That'd be hilarious.
Oh man. And last little bits of hockey news here. We got some trades and signings. I'm going to do the small stuff first. We have Montreal signing Jake Evans to a 3-year, $5.1 million contract, $1.7 million AAV. The Ottawa Senators are signing forward Tyler Ennis to a 1-year contract for $900,000. And now the big stuff here.
Oh yeah.
We got Florida Panthers signing forward and captain Alexander Barkov to an 8-year, $80 million contract, another $10 million AAV, locked up. Just like Bobrovsky. So that's $20 million of their contract goes to Barkov and Bobrovsky. That's kind of nuts.
Barkov being way more deserving
Right now, but maybe he's just going to fall asleep like Bobrovsky did. Get a nice tan on the beach, dude. Get a tan under the maybe get a tan under the goal light like Bobrovsky does.
Maybe Barkov and Bobrovsky are like figuring out Florida. Be like, all right, play good for a little bit, and Florida will fucking give you a $10 million deal.
That's right. And guess what? The fans don't hate you for it because there are none. Vancouver Canucks signed defenseman Quinn Hughes to a 6-year, $47.1 million contract for $7.85 million AAV. And they also signed forward Elias Pettersson to a 3-year, $22.05 million contract for $7.35 million AAV. Locking up two of their young guys for the rest of the future, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, Elias Pettersson's been a god, and so has Quinn Hughes. Like, I think they definitely proved themselves last year and the season before. Big numbers here too. That's like really locking them up.
Yeah.
That's saying like, hey, like we really.
That's a lot of money, long time, future of the organization.
Right.
Now build a franchise around them, and I could see the Vancouver Canucks turning this boat around pretty quick.
Yeah, Elias Pettersson's like the very skinny kid, but fast as shit on the ice and can do a lot.
I not confuse him, but like size-wise, the way they play,
Yeah.
I get him mixed up with Patrick Laine quite a bit. I think they play a similar game.
Right. Yep. But I guess he plays like Patrick Laine. Laine is like a kind of bigger dude that can use the body, and Pettersson being a smaller guy, fast, and can still use his body.
Mm-hmm.
So good signs for Vancouver Canucks. Again, I like what you're saying right now. We're just like, these guys are the future of the organization. Let's treat them as such, you know.
And then we have St. Louis Blues GM Doug Armstrong signing a 5-year extension with the Blues, which is, I mean, it's a pretty decent time frame for a GM.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he earned it with the Cup run and you know, being a competitor almost out of nowhere. Like, obviously the Cup run year, they were dead last middle of the season.
Oh, yeah.
But even before that, like, no one really thinks of the Blues when it comes to, like, who's going to be a good playoff contender. You know what I mean?
5 years is good, too. I think that really says the organization believes in what he's doing and says, all right, let's keep this going.
Yeah, and the best part of GMs as coaches is when they suck, you just fucking fire them.
Right. Just like all three of them in the New York Rangers last season.
Yeah,
We're like,
right.
all right, no, use the AHL coach, and we'll see. We'll figure it out.
And lastly, Curtis McElhinney has announced his retirement. Two Stanley Cups, 94, 95, and 20 record, and a 907 save percentage. So, cheers. Enjoy that, bud.
Have fun, buddy.
See ya. Dusted.
Yeah, 2 Stanley Cups. What is he, third string for those?
I mean, only playing
Tampa, right?
I was just gonna say only playing a little over 200 games. That's kind of nuts. Two cups, good for him.
Right.
And now the last thing we have here: DeChambeau versus Koepka.
It's not even
Thanksgiving
hockey
weekend,
news,
man.
but it's the best news.
It kind of is, man. These
Yeah.
guys fucking hate each other. I can't wait to see it, dude. It's gonna be awesome. Thanksgiving weekend, November 26th. I want to say it's a Saturday. Don't quote me on that. Probably a Friday. Probably something else. I suck, but I'm excited to see this, man. It's gonna be good.
You brought this up, the DeChambeau Koepka thing, a while back, and then in the summertime, I found out that you and a bunch of our friends were playing golf on the weekends, which I wanted to play. So then I started playing with you guys, and then I found DeChambeau on YouTube, and then I'm following him on Instagram. So like I'm all over it now, and now this comes up. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so ready for it. Compared to like when you said it, I'm like,
right?
I don't know who
You're
these
like, what is
guys
this?
are, but now
Don't
I'm
care.
like, oh my god, I can't wait to see this shit.
But I think like the best part is the PGA doesn't like they don't want to capitalize on beef, and like they didn't. They tried to brush this under the rug, right? Sweep it under the rug, but everybody fucking ate it up, loved it. And there hasn't been word on it at all for a while. It's been silent. Radio silent. There's been rules at the PGA Tour now. Like, people were yelling at Bryson DeChambeau, attaboy Brooksy, after he takes a drive because of Brooks Koepka. And DeChambeau got so mad and so thrown off that people were getting thrown out for doing it. It's now a rule that you can't call another player by a different player's name at the PGA Tour. You get thrown out. But that's basically, like, where it's been for the past 3 months, 4 months since I brought it up.
Yep.
Just been flat, nothing. And now we get this, just like PGA Tour drops it out of nowhere. And it's not like they don't market things right. Like, they're just doing it, and it's going to work, which sucks. Like, I wish it would flop hard, and they'd be like, oh, shit, we should probably lean into this next year. But
Yeah.
I can't fucking wait, man. It's going to be awesome.
Golf has been so funny. It's changing. I was talking to a few older guys that I work with, and they're big golf guys. And so now that I know DeChambeau, Koepka, like I'm a DeChambeau guy. Like I'm a big fan of him. You don't like him? I like him.
Nope.
And
Guy's a weirdo. Grade A certified weirdo.
I like
Hits a fucking mean drive,
mean drive.
but he's a weirdo.
But it's funny because I'm like, yeah, I fucking love this new style of golf, man. I'm loving it, and they're just like, it's not the same. He goes, the fans, it's like it's totally different. One of them compared it to Happy Gilmore. We're just like, now we're getting Happy Gilmore fans.
Absolutely. You're
like,
getting Barstool rowdy motherfuckers out there slamming beers like, go. Like the second the guy hits the ball, he's like on the tee box on a par 5, can't even drive the green. They're like, get in the hole. Like, what are you doing?
You see that all? I think I literally just said that to you and Charlie, our friend Charlie, last week, where I was watching a bunch of. I'm on PGA and a few other things on Instagram, and one guy was like just on the fairway and just like, I think he had like a hybrid just going for it, and as soon as he fucking
Like,
swung
once
at the
the ball hits the club,
you
dude.
just hear some dude go, get in the hole. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? He's not even putting.
So good, dude.
But yeah, man, I've just
It totally is.
It's funny.
They're not wrong. Like, golf used to be, it sounds so old school and so lame, and I am that guy on the course too. It used to be such a respectable sport,
I was gonna
and now
say
it's
that.
just like gone to shit. Like, these assholes are just like fucking ruining it. But
Like
it's not
me.
being ruined. Like, it's still a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and it's hilarious to watch. But it's like,
And it's just
oh,
changing.
you just don't understand.
It's
You
like
know what I mean?
It's a different generation that's coming up and like enjoying.
But
But yeah, like
it's what's gonna keep the sport alive. So why not?
right,
you know?
exactly. And I think it's getting more popular now. It's not like the older generation of just like guys who hit a putt, you hear.
Yeah, it's not like something here. The fucking Red Sox in the World Series. I mean, in the fucking Jesus Christ, the World Series. Yeah, they're in the playoffs right now. They're playing Tampa Bay Rays. They're down 1-0, but I think they're winning or won tonight at this time. So they're in the ALDS, and they're hopefully going to the ALCS next.
I gotta tell you, what the fuck is up with baseball? I went over to my grandmother's house this week, and I don't watch baseball at all. Like, I've stopped, but I've always heard nothing's like playoff,
Oh yeah,
MLB.
for sure, 100%.
And so my grandmother's a huge baseball fan, always has been. I used to watch it with her all the time. So we're there, and Red Sox, Yankees, right?
Yep, they played in the wild card game, just one game.
I went from like not caring to me and her just both staring at the screen and be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this is so entertaining right now.
It is, dude.
It's
It's
insane.
kind of like playoff hockey. Like, I think a lot of like people that aren't like, we're not baseball fans, right? But like you said, you can watch that playoff game and be like, holy shit, this is intense. I love this.
Yeah.
That's what hockey is to everyone that's not a hockey fan, because that's what playoff hockey is. They watch it, they're like, holy fuck, like, this is nuts.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And I don't know what it is, because it's the same fucking game when it comes to baseball. What has changed? You know what I mean?
Changed? It's the same thing.
Like hockey, it gets more physical, more grueling, more like punishing. I don't know. It's just higher caliber, higher level, higher intensity. But baseball, it's like the guy still throws the ball, the guy still bats the same. You know what I mean? There's no change to the actual
still
play.
takes 2 minutes to throw a fuking ball.
But it's like the most important 2 minutes, and everybody's going fucking nuts, and it's like, dude, this is nuts. I love this.
Did I say this to you, or did I say this to my grandmother? So when we used to.
If you ever get me and your grandmother mixed up again, I'm gonna slap your beard right off of you.
Well, I said it to her, so I don't know if I said it to you too. That's what I meant. So when we used to watch it way back in the day, like this is when, like 2004, I want to say. But my grandfather's out in the kitchen, and he's got the radio on, so he's listening to it. You know, the radio is like actual time, whereas the TV's like 10 seconds behind. So me and my grandmother would be like at the edge of our seats, bottom of the ninth, and then all of a sudden, like before the pitch is thrown, and he struck out. We're like, damn it! I don't even know what the hell happened. So like he throws the ball, strikes him out. I'm like, yeah, I already know.
I get that with ESPN. Like I'll get bidadoo, and I'm watching the hockey game. I'm like, fuck you. And then like if they're in our zone, I'm like, fuck off. You know what I mean? It's like shit. But like I don't know what happened. And then also, you've been to baseball games, obviously, right?
Oh yeah.
I love when you're sitting way out in the outfield and the batter swings and hits the ball and it's fucking like going, and then when it's like over second base, you hear because it's like that far of a sound delay.
Yeah.
Because the sound just doesn't travel as fast. Yep. It's sick. Like you don't hear it right when it hits the bat.
I was just reminded by my friend like a month ago, who I haven't talked to in like years. He just tagged me in a post. He goes, dude, do you remember this? And we had like tickets like 3 or 4 rows behind home plate for Clay Buchholz's no-hitter way back in the day.
No shit, dude. That's cool.
And
you saved those tickets or no?
Oh, yeah, I save all the tickets.
I do too, yeah. That's funny.
But I still remember it was like 7th inning stretch, and there's a just older guy in front of us who's definitely been like a season ticket holder since like the 40s. He's like got up, looked at us,
Jesus,
and he was just like, he goes, oh my god, I can't believe it. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, Buchholz is probably gonna be throwing a no hitter if you can believe it. And me and my friend Dave were both looking at like the box. We're like, oh my god, he hasn't thrown a hit yet.
Holy shit, we fell asleep.
Shit. But yeah, I don't know. But speaking about the Sox, I still don't know anything about the fucking Sox.
Actually, so they beat the Yankees in the wild card game, which is kind of cool. So you have to play the wild card series to get into the playoffs, and it's one game, and you have to beat the other team to get in the playoffs, basically. Which I thought it's kind of interesting. And then now it's best of 5, and then the next 2 series are best of 7. They're playing the Tampa Bay Rays, and I'm actually rooting for the Rays because I want Tampa Bay to be a fucking dynasty like Boston was. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
With you. I'm actually excited for Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay Rays.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they have a basketball team, but if they do, I want them to win.
Something I wanted to talk. I didn't really push to talk about this week, but something I sent you was that whole Trevor Bauer controversy.
Yeah, I'm halfway through it. I gotta watch
baseball.
it. Yeah.
That's insane to me. It's the same shit as the Danbury Trash is. Like the more you watch it, the more like, what the hell is
Let's
going
cover
on?
Trevor Bauer's video next week. Link down below for the viewers to watch. But we'll talk about that next week.
We'll talk about that next week, yeah, for sure. But too funny the shit you see in like baseball that like we had no idea existed. But I feel like a absolute piece of trash because this week I was at work and some people were just trying to make conversation with me, and one of the first things I always heard was like, dude, how do you feel about that Pats game last week? I'm like, I don't watch it. He goes, dude, Tom Brady was back, and I'm like,
you're like the only, yeah, I mean, honestly, you're like one of the only people that doesn't watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't watch it either, but I'm like, I do the same thing as you.
Did you watch? Do you know anything about the
Tom
Brady
I did
back?
actually watch the Brady game. So when the game's on at 1 now, I've been watching it at my mother-in-law's because she's watching Emma while I work Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I get out, I go there and I just watch the game with them.
Right.
But last week was an 8 o'clock game. I did stay up and watch it, but it was pretty cool.
Right. Like, I feel like an asshole. Like, I'm not saying I don't know Tom Brady. Like, I get what he's done for Foxborough or Massachusetts. I should say just Patriots fans in general. He's the GOAT. He's one of the best, or the best, what the hell is he, quarterback of all time. But as for, like, watching the games and know what the hell is going on.
What
like,
the hell is he, quarterback?
I actually, literally, the other day, Patriots, like, released some player that was big, and, like, the guy, two guys who I was working with were just like, I'm like, who is that guy? And they're looking at me, he goes, one of the best guys this team has. I'm like, oh, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah, the cornerback, there's quarterback, which throws the ball. Cornerback covers the wide receivers, and that's a super important position. This guy was kind of is still one of the best cornerbacks in the league. So you put him against whatever team comes into Gillette with their best receiver, you put him on them, and it's like not as bad. You know what I mean?
Right. I think it's funny because just hockey mentality. It was just like the first thing that came to mind was Patriots was God. Now I'm thinking about Tom Brady. I think I was still in high school, right? Yeah, remember the championship game where it was like all snow on Foxborough Stadium?
Yeah, I think Adam Vinatieri kicked the winner, right? They kicked the field goal.
I think so,
win.
yeah. And so that's what comes to mind. And then right after it comes to mind, I'd be like, God, I can't wait for them to do like an outdoor hockey game out there, like NHL to do Foxborough. Have they done that yet? I don't think they have.
Yeah, they did Foxborough. That was the one against the Montreal Canadiens.
Oh, that's right.
Who was it? Mike Condon?
Mike Condon.
Who's from Massachusetts, but he was a Canadiens goalie, and the Canadiens fucking shit on the Bruins. I think they won like 4-1, 4-0. I think Tuukka played that game. And they also did Fenway Park already, too. I went to the Legends Classic, which was the day after that.
Yeah, I went to the Legends Classic at Fenway Park.
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting. I can't remember what old school goalie you had, but you know those hats with like the beer cans and like he had that on his mask. I'm like, that is beer league essential right there. But
dude, that is the next mod.
That's it.
Oh my God, dude. Why you just gave me like a light bulb moment. I'm gonna get that attached to my fucking mask and wear it while I play.
And all it is, it's two things that come in.
It's just straws,
right?
yeah.
And you could just like take a beer break and just like start just drinking beer. And
dude, I'm gonna do that.
Guess what? You're playing on ice, which means your
ice
beer
cold.
is gonna stay nice and ice cold, not getting warm anytime soon.
Until someone fucking dings it, dude. I'm gonna get like. I wonder if Yetis would protect it. Like if I got like the Yeti like beer can holders.
Yeah.
If I put those on the side, so if it got hit with the puck, it's okay. Dude, I'm gonna market this. It's gonna be the next attachment for your beer league games.
Ooh.
Right?
I'd do it.
Damn, now some listeners gonna take this from us and we're gonna fucking lose all our millions.
If we just say it's copywritten, is it copywritten?
Yeah, patent pending.
Patent. Yep, that's it. But that's it. That's all I got. I know we got preseason going on.
Oh,
still.
you're ripping a shot with me? Yeah. Actually, yeah. The whole point of me starting the episode with when the NHL season starts is because this episode's going to drop for you on Monday, October 11th. Season starts on Tuesday, October 12th, boys and girls. So be prepared to watch Pittsburgh and Tampa. Watch Tampa wipe the floor with Pittsburgh, and then we can watch Vegas wipe the floor with Seattle. So Matt's picks suck. But yeah, that's nice, dude. Kicking off the NHL season with a nice shot. What do you got this week?
Ballsy move there, buddy. Ballsy move.
Yeah, fuck you.
Casey DeSmith is going to come out of nowhere and just shut the door.
Casey DeBalls.
I'm starting to really think about this. I'm like, Tampa. Because
no, I mean,
no, hold on.
They did lose their third line entirely this offseason.
Can I say why Tampa? Because Sidney Crosby and Malkin are out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no Sidney Crosby, no Malkin. Tampa lost their depth in the third line, so you really got to hope for the depth in the scoring. But too late now, buddy. Too late.
I messed that one up.
I think you picked both the wrong answers. I would have been happy with the Seattle pick, but I think Vegas is going to beat them.
Vegas is going to beat them. Yeah. Damn it! I didn't even think. Whatever.
I gave you first pick and everything. What are you shooting tonight?
I got Crown Royale Regal Apple. I don't think I've ever had this, to be honest.
That's my favorite. I used to drink that in Down East cider. Pour a shot of that in.
Down East cider?
Yeah, it's a brand. Down East.
Yep.
And it's like a hard cider.
Oh, nice. So it's like oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. It's like Angry Orchard. You know Angry Orchard?
Yeah.
It's like them, but it's like local. Down
okay.
East.
I didn't know you. Okay.
We used to have them on draft at the bar. I used to manage.
Might try that sometime. That sounds
wicked good. They do the next best shot that I like in a beer is I think it's Svedka vanilla in Shipyard Pumpkin.
Nice.
That's good.
Nice.
Yeah. I got what do I have? Southern Comfort Caramel.
SoCo.
Yeah.
It sounds
SoCo
it
caramel.
Smells good. I might do that next week.
Yeah, you can have some, bud. I got a couple new shot glasses. I think I wore the Vegas hat, the Vegas Raiders hat last week. Last episode. Yeah, last episode with did I wear that? The black Raiders hat? Okay. But yeah, I got a Vegas shot glass and yeah.
Nice. Did you say a Raiders shot glass? Where is it?
A Vegas shot glass, but I got a Raiders hat that I think I wore 2 weeks ago.
I completely messed that up. All right, cool.
Cheers.
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 Okay, cheers. Okay.
This does smell really good, but it's going to taste
That's what I'm saying.
That almost came back up. I don't like that.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's got like a burn to it. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely got that whiskey burn to it, and then you got like a little bit of apple in there. But it's not how you described summer watermelon, where the watermelon tastes like the green part of the watermelon. You know?
Yeah, it doesn't taste like
Doesn't
the green
taste
part
like
of the
the
apple.
green part of the apple. It tastes like
The green part of the
a
apple
little
is
bit
pretty
of
good though.
yeah.
If you have like a Granny Smith.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not with you on that one.
You ever had a Granny Smith apple?
Yes.
The green ones.
I know what you mean.
And when you eat it, it's good.
I mean, like the inside, yeah.
But the like when you don't eat it with like the skin on.
I cut it up and like.
When you have a Big Mac, do you eat it with the shell on?
Dude, what?
You know the cardboard box it comes in.
Oh my god, I remember that meme
Yeah,
you were
that
talking
picture.
about. And it's got the cut and like the comment. What's the comment go like? What the fuck?
Yeah, you said it's. I think it said, "Do you all eat the Big Mac with the shell on or off?" Yeah, like the fucking box taking a bite out of it.
It's like a bite through the
We'll put a picture of that up below for you guys. It's hilarious. Oh, speaking of below, Kevin Hayes.
So it looks just like a rock, but it's not. So my goddaughter, I had to work, but my goddaughter and my mom paid tribute to Jimmy Hayes a few weeks ago. So in Dorchester at VFW Parkway. So not Parkway. It's just a place where everyone can
Right
go
outside
to.
of Flanagan's Hall, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much right out there. Yep. They all like the Dorchester Dorchester youth hockey, and fans and family. They all came out in support of Jimmy Hayes. And so all the fans, well, everyone that was there, they got rocks and they painted Hayes with a heart or whatever they wanted to say, and put it at Dorchester hockey rink in memoriam of him. And people could just go up there and take what they wanted, and just to have, as like a part of like Jimmy. And my goddaughter thought of me, went up to it, grabbed this rock, and gave it to me.
It's a really cool rock
it's
too.
a
Like
cool rock.
I think they painted it really well. Whoever did it, so
Yep.
shout out to them.
Right.
That's
So-
awesome.
So she gave it to me, and I was just kind of shocked that she's 10 years old. So I was just kind of shocked that she's like, "Yeah, I thought of you, and here you go." So I was like, "This will be fucking perfect for the
That's
podcast."
awesome, dude.
Yep. So rest in peace, and you'll definitely be here for us, Jimmy, for this, and we're gonna keep you here for a while. So
It's pretty cool that like you said, like you don't think a 10-year-old like thinks like that yet. Like,
Right.
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's
So
awesome,
you don't
man.
think that there's a mentality where just like, "Oh, I can just get this rock and give it to my older brother," but she did, and I'm so glad she did, because I wasn't there. But yeah, so I guess that, dude, did I talk about this, but on the podcast or anything, or did I put it on Instagram? But the absolute fucking support that came
Yeah.
out for Jimmy
Yeah, you
Hayes
talked about it on
was
here.
unbelievable, to say the very least. But yep, that's gonna explain the rock in front of us, and it's definitely gonna be sitting there. Wow. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
That's my support for you.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Fuck.
What a way to end this.
Thanks
for the
everyone
fucking
for
intro.
listening. If there's anything you want to see us cover next week, let us know. Our links are in the description, and we'll see you all next episode.
This is my co-host, guys. Yep. Good night.
Peace.